To all the university students who are grinding their way through their undergrad or their graduate degrees and want to read books, know they should because it's good for you, but you just can't do it. I've been there. I understand. I completed my bachelor's degree in 2019 and a master's in 2024. And let me be honest, I didn't read a single fucking book when I was doing my degrees, all right? I didn't read a single one. I was consumed by work. I was consumed by reading required readings for my courses, writing essays, reading scientific papers for my classes, and I didn't have a damn second to spend reading a book for fun, all right? And even the time that I did have for free, which was like not often because, school is very demanding, I did not want to pick up a book, all right? It was not fun. I associated reading with work, and that was the last thing I wanted to do if I had an hour or two off at the end of the day and I wasn't grinding and studying away, okay? That is the plain truth. And I was afraid. I was like, you know what? I do like reading books occasionally, but I am not touching a book while I'm like studying for a biology midterm. And even on my reading week, the time you're supposed to take off or at least catch up with your work, catch me dead trying to read a book like Da Vinci Code or The Shining by Stephen King. Not a fucking chance, all right? This video is for you guys, the students who used to love reading or want to get into reading, but they just can't get there because you're reading so much already at school. And your brain just associates it with work, and it's not therapeutic. It's not relaxing. I want to tell you that it gets better. Once you finish your prison sentence at school and you have a few months off, maybe it takes even longer, a year or two, I promise you that reading will have a different connotation in your head. It will be more fun than work. Because I went through it, all right? I did not read a single book throughout my bachelor's, and literally within the year of graduating, I read about like 8 books in like 2 months, all right? Like I had the urge to pick up a book that wasn't science, that wasn't about anthropology. It was fun, it was unique, it was different, and it felt good. It felt good to read a book that was for fun, all right? So this video, like I kept saying, don't be guilty. Literally do not be guilty if you want to read, but you just can't because it's just not what your brain wants right now. All right. And I know I've made other content about, well, you're not reading enough because you're not putting a lot of effort in. But while you're in school, specifically university or college, that's the asterisk. You guys are that edge case where, you know what? You are putting a lot of effort already reading tons of material anyway. It's enough. It's literally enough. Don't overload it because school literally killed my, my joy for reading books. All right. And in a society where we are already not reading a lot of books compared to our predecessors, it's normal. It's understandable. I understand where you're coming from as a student, where you don't want to read books for fun, and do not worry because it'll come back. And for the people who actually are able to read books and complete their masters or their bachelors, dude, you are literally the top percentile of students, all right? You are doing amazing, okay? So if you are watching that and that is you, just tip of the hat, you are the best, okay? But for the people who have a similar experience like I did at school and you should read books, but you don't want to, it gets better. It literally gets better. And at that point, once you get back into the rhythm of trying to find a book, dude, trial and error, just find what you like, whether it's mystery, whether it's horror, you have that freedom at that point. And that is the biggest thing. You have the freedom to choose what you read. At school, the only freedom you have is picking your courses, and then you're locked in, and then you're essentially a slave to the class syllabus, and you've got to read the required readings. All right. And I'm not going to get into the whole reading crisis of people not reading, their reading levels are not high enough. That's a whole other separate issue. But for the people who want to read books and just can't do it while they're studying, do not feel guilty. Do not beat yourself up. I've been there, and you'll get through it. All right. So if this video vibed with you and you felt seen, consider liking and subscribing. I'm always talking about larger reading topics and giving my opinions and book recommendations all the time. I'm always talking about Stephen King, horror literature, but I'm also diving into other books, some classics like The Count of Monte Cristo, The Da Vinci Code, 1984, Fahrenheit 451, these types of books that are fundamental for English literature. So if that's interesting to you, consider subscribing, and thank you.